All right, once again, we're going to start with the cow-calf pairs. There's 3 entries here in a little bit. The show's going to move pretty quickly, so Angus, Hereford, Shorthorn, AOB, commercial heifers, and then at the end we'll do bred and owned heifers. So check your program. I'll try to keep you updated on where we're at, but have your animals ready to rock and roll. So all the Angus kids, get your animals ready regardless of which class you're in, and get them ready and headed to the ring. So we're going to move real quick. All right, we're going to start the show with cow-calf. We've got 3 entries. Knox Axline, Michaela Comer, and Alyssa Slimmer. Those 3 will be in. The judge will pick a champion and reserve cow-calf pair. And then we're right into the Angus show.
afternoon. It's a pleasure to be in Frederick and sorting through all these cattle and these young people here this afternoon and this evening. It's going to be a pleasure. It's going to be a lot of fun. I think a nice way to start. We only have 2 pairs, so automatically be champion and reserve here in this particular class. But I think just 2 nice cows. When you analyze the cow up front, I like her balance from the side. I think where she's most impressive is when you look at her from hooks to pins. That one's really wide in her hip. Good in her tail set. I like that about her. I think she's a little more adequate and even about her quarter placement. I'd like to see that bag just a lot fuller though, compared to the one that is right behind her. I like the lines and the look and the balance of the cow that comes here, and then that's the one right in front of me here. Excuse me, but I think I'd like to see her front bag a little bit fuller and a little bit more uniform. But I think, and then we move on to their calves, and that cow's calf I do like considerably better than the cow up front. I think that one's a better balance, better lines, sounder structured one than the calf that is on the pair up front. With that being said, we're going to use this cow calf right here in front of me. You're going to be your champion. We'll follow up the young man there in front for reserve. Let's give them a nice round of applause.
All right, champion cow-calf pair went to Michaela Comer, and reserve went to Knox Axline. Now we move right into the Angus show. Class 1 is spring heifer calf, born after March 1st of the current year, and we have 1 entry. Austin Newsbaum. Today's judge is Mr. Kyle Fleener. He lives in Gettysburg, PA with his wife Jen and his son Hudson. They own and operate Fleener Club Lambs, raising Hampshires, Southlands, and Club Lambs. He's a farm manager at B&K Cattle Company in Dillsburg, PA, and he's also a sales rep for Willoughby Livestock Sales. So please welcome me and a big round of applause for our judge, Kyle Fleener, today. The sponsors for the champion and reserve champion cow-calf was Tara's Daycare in Kemar, Maryland.
Sure is a nice heifer calf here to start your Angus show. I think one that has a bright future. You look at that one, you like her turn to her rib cage and her center body that she possesses already. She's really nice in her line. She gets out and travels. She's still good in her shoulder and good about her neck set as well. Really nice way to start. Congratulations to him.
All right, winner of Class 1 and also the champion junior heifer calf is Austin Newsbaum. Now we'll have Class 5 in the ring, late senior heifer calves born between November 1st and December. And 1 entry, Parker Hahn.
another really high quality type of female here in this class, another single entry, one that sure could stack up with a bunch more and probably still be close to the front end of the class. And that thing's front end is very, very unique and good. Her shoulder's right, her neck is skinny and sits at the top side of her shoulder. I really like that. Love her center body swoop, her boldness of rib cage, and her soundness of movement. Really nice single entry.
Okay, winner of Class 5 is Parker Hahn. He also is the senior heifer calf champion. Now we bring in Class 10, early summer yearling heifers, and 2 entries. We gotta give Parker Hahn a couple seconds because he's in again. It's Hayden Hahn and Parker Hahn. Classes 13 and 14, be ready at the ringside, please.
Full nice pair of females, and 2 of them that I think have a lot of future in programs and what they can do. I think just the fresher, the more angular, better shouldered one is the one I'm going to lead off with. I think that one's lines are better. I like her angle when she starts right at her forerib back to her center body into her flank. I think she's better in her joints as well. I like her in her rear hock. Considerably better than the heifer that comes there in 2. I think she's good in her top line. She's good and bold. I think for most importantly though, the way that one lays from her forearm all the way up into the point of her shoulder, all the way down around off the top side of her shoulder as well, I think is better. She lays into her neck a little bit better, like her through her throat and jowl, considerably better as well. Big, bold, stout one that comes here in 2. I love her fullness and her spaciousness about her lower 1/3 and back into that flank. I like her ruggedness. I do appreciate that. For me, that one gets a lot bolder up through her shoulder, a little bit plainer, and more waist up through her chest floor as well. I like to just kind of free her up a little bit better and a little nicer in her rear joints to try to go ahead and win that class, but still really, really nice female. Two really nice ones there in that class.
All right, winner of Class 10 and the intermediate champion heifer in the Angus breed is Parker Hahn with Windy Ridge Lucy 23. And second was Hayden Hahn with Windy Ridge Chanel, and she will be the reserve intermediate champion. Now we'll move into the April Junior Yearling Heifers, Class 13. And we have one entry, Colton Nussbaum.
Single entry female here that like her length of body, love where her neck sets, the top side of her shoulder is really appropriate for me. Her regular center body is pretty good. For me, I'd sure like to change her as you read her up out of her hooks to pins. I like to change her in her tail head set. That one going away too, gets plenty narrow and wants to hawk in a little bit more than maybe ideal, but it's still a nice single entry here in this class.
Congratulations to Colton Nussbaum, class winner of Class 13 with WSC Shadow. Now we go to Class 14, March Junior Yearling Heifers. Three entries. First is Adelaide and Ease. Madison Oler and Garrett Troxel. Hereford exhibitors should be ready to roll and headed toward the ringside area, makeup area.
Full nice class here, 3 females. Young lady here is rolling right around beside me is going to win the class. I think just a combination female here of the trio. I think she's smoother built, she's sounder built. I think she's better in her angles too when you read her up through her front end as well. She's got more angulation and femininity about her. I love her center body. I think she's full and good looking. She parks there and gives you a profile really nice looking as well. One here in 2 is most like that one. It's probably a little skinnier neck, a little bit longer neck I like. Really impressive when you get behind that one. I look down that one's back shape for an Angus heifer. That one's really wide and full in her loin, really big at her hip. Maybe wants to just taper up ever so slightly up into her pins, but a nice female, good in her center body. Where we need to change that one, how she comes into her forerib, all the way up right behind her shoulder. On the top side of that, you need to give her more angulation and set her back in her knee and just be more comfortable as you read that one up front. And the lady's doing a good job here that comes in 3rd. One that you like for her length of body and how she maintains that levelness, I really appreciate. One for me, just gets a little bit staler, a little bit more conventional, if you will, type of a female. I like to just see her just a little bit more center body as well, but still a heifer that has length of body, levelness, trueness down that top side. Like that about her. Let's give them 3 a nice round of applause.
Winner class 14 was Madison Oler with WVC Proven Queen 232. Second, Garrett Troxel with SRC Cool Pines Lady 32. And in 3rd place, Adeline Eves with SRC Fancy Chance Lady 31. We now move into class 15 junior yearling heifers. And we have 2 entries, both by Jordan Oler. First is WVC Barbara 2304, and second is LMAN Proven Queen 1L. We'll need the winners of class 13 and 14 back around next, ready to come in the ring for the junior champion selection after this class. All first and second winners in classes class 14, and that would be Garrett Troxel and Madison Olin. Be ringside to come back in.
Very nice females here, very different types and kinds. I guess I'd like to go with just the fresher, better shouldered one here to win this class. I'd like to give her just a notch more angle to her front shoulder and knee. I'd like to bring her up on her front passions ever so slightly too. But I think you set that one in motion. She holds herself better down her top, at her tailhead, considerably better right at her hock and rear passion when you set them in motion. Nice female there to win the class. A big bold one here that goes to, and I do like that. I like that one center body. Her boldness up on the center portion of her top. For me, when you analyze this one, she's getting too big and bold as you read her through her shoulder, and that translates all the way up in the top side of her shoulder as well. Like her tuck her chest back into her a little bit. Set that one in motion. Need to change that one's rear hock assembly a little bit and set her down her tailhead as well. But nice pair of females.
Okay, winner of class 15 was Jordan Oler with LMAN Proving Queen 1L. Second was also Jordan Oler with WVC Barbara 2304. Now I need these heifers back in for the junior champion selection. I need Colton Nussbaum with WSC Shadow. Madison Oler with WVC Proven Queen 232. And Jordan Oler with LMAN Proven Queen 1L. The second place winner in class 14, we also need Grant Troxel with SRC Cool Pines Lady, and Jordan Oler with WVC Barbara 2304.
Well, a nice division here. Your three class winners all bring some good things to the table. I think of the three, I think there's one that's just a combination that has the center body, the soundness, the structure, the angles that I'm looking for. That's going to be a young lady right here in the middle class. She's going to be your division champion. It's a little bit closer, I think, for reserve. I think for me, the one that offers the most quality, the young lady's here, one that's giving her a hard time. Let's give her a nice round of applause.
All right, so junior champion goes to Madison Oler with WVC Proven Queen 232, and reserve goes to Jordan Oler with LMAN Proven Queen 1L. Now we need our all our division winners back in. So our champion junior heifer, Austin Nussbaum, will come in first. Then the late senior heifer calf and senior heifer calf champion Parker Hahn will be in second. Intermediate champion, you have Parker Hahn with Windy Ridge Lucy 23. And then the junior champion, Madison Oler with WVC Proven Queen. The reserves, so the reserve intermediate champion is in the ring with, and that's Miss Hayden Hahn, and then Jordan Oler has her reserve junior champion in as well. This class is for the champion and reserve Angus heifer.
A really nice Angus show, and we had a lot of single entries or two in a class, but I think the quality is very, very good. I think it started all the way with our baby calf. Just a lot of future in that one. I think that one's better days are ahead of her. One that you like her center body at her age. She can get out and go. Nice female. I'd like to maybe just make her a little bit truer as you read her in the rear hock and make her a little bit better in her fore rib, but she's young and immature and green still. Nitpicking on a nice female. The fall heifer that came here, and the next one that I do really like. I mean, she's not present herself right there, if you will, the best, but I think one that offers a lot of good things about her. You set that one in motion, you like that one. I think where she really excels, especially in this particular lineup, is how she's constructed to her shoulder and into her neck. You know, if I want to get picky on that one, I'd sure like to set her down her tailhead. It wants to come up ever so slightly. She wants to get weak in her loin. You set that one in motion, that all does come together. But I think a really nice one. Love that one center body as well. Really nice female. Come back to the next junior division here, and then really nice, big, bold female that in that particular division or class, she was the fresher one. She was the better shouldered one. She's still good through her jaw and throat, all the way down to her brisket. She does want to sit out a little bit, but I think that's getting a little bit picky on that female. I think from there back, you like her, man. That one's swoopy, and her angles are right. She comes into a good hip and tailhead. You know, where another part I maybe just get a notch critical on her is when you set her that one in motion. I like to just see her just ever so slightly a little bit easier on her rear pastern, but I think one that's really nice. Came out of the last division, probably the most numbers. I think a female that's just really nice to look at from the side. She's good through her center body, and she's good at the ground. She's big bone, like that about her. Getting picky on that one. I'd like to transition her from the top side of her shoulder into her back a little bit nicer. I'd like to give her just a notch more width as you read her out of her pin set, all the way down into her stifle. But I think a really nice female. I think for me it comes down to two in the middle two divisions. I think those are the ones that bring the most things to the table. I think when you step back and analyze them, the one for me that's just bold and massive, and where she's at today, I like. It's going to be the one right here in this third division. She's going to be your champion. Fall heifer is going to be reserved. Congratulations.
Congratulations to Parker Holland with Windy Ridge Lucy 23, will be the champion's Angus heifer. And Parker Holland with the reserve champion Angus heifer as well. Congratulations. So we'll start the Hereford show here in a couple minutes.
We're now going to start our Hereford show, starting with Class 1 Spring Heifer Calves, Hunter Putman.
Full nice single Hereford heifer calf here in this particular class. One, you like her length of body, and she maintains that levelness and trueness in motion for as long bodies as she is. I appreciate she's big-footed, she's good bone. I like to give her just a notch more center body, a little bit more flank, give her a little bit more width as well, but still a nice future project here for this young man. Let's give him a nice round of applause.
Congratulations, Class 1, first place, Hunter Putman. We're now going to have Class 2 in the ring, Junior Heifer Calves, Piper Cease.
Nice one here in this class, and definitely could stand a considerable amount of heat. Just a really nice built one that's good back and sound built. She's really good at the ground, and that just translates all the way up through the rest of her skeleton. Really good shouldered and neck. Just a really nice single entry here for this young lady. Let's give her a nice round of applause.
Congratulations, Class 2 winner to Piper Cease. We're now going to have Hunter and Piper back in for the selection of our champion and reserve champion junior heifer calf. Two nice class winners, but I think there's one that's considerably in a league of her own comparatively. When you compare the two, the young lady at Class 2, you're going to be your division champion. Young man at Class 1 will be reserved. Let's give them a nice round of applause. Congratulations, your champion junior heifer calf in the Hereford show goes to Piper Cease. Reserve champion junior heifer calf goes to Hunter Putman. Next in the ring will be Class 5 late senior heifer calf, Caroline Ahalt and Autumn Stevens. two very different females here in this class. The one I'm going to use is just bigger and bolder in her center body. She's bolder in her hips. She's wider in her pin set. That one gives you more shape and dimension as you read her down into that lower quarter stifle type of a female. I think she's just smoother and a little bit better in her forerib type of a female as well. I'd like to clean her up through her navel, maybe just give her just a notch more set as you read her in the rear pasture, but I think a nice female. One that comes here in two gives you a shot extra length of body. She's maybe just a notch leaner in her build, if you will, compared to the class winner. For me, though, this one gets a lot deeper through her chest, her brisket. I'd like to balance her up through that underline considerably better. Read that one in her hip design. I'd like to change her as you read her right in her pins and give her just a notch more width there as well. But still two really nice females.
Congratulations to our winners in Class 5. First place, Autumn Stevens. Second place, Caroline Ahalt. They are also your automatic senior heifer calf champion and reserve senior heifer calf champion. Entering the ring now is Class 10 early summer yearling heifers, Layla Ahalt, David Hawkins, Austin Justice, and Aubrey Lambert.
Well, for really useful kind of a females, and there's some give and take. I think for me on the top two, I think, I will say I like to give more angulation and shoulder to forearm to knee of the heifer that wins. But I think from there back, that one is very, very nice. She's really good in her center body. She's big and bold as you read her down the top side of her skeleton. She's really better in her hip design and with the pin. Than some of the heifers that are going to come right behind her. She just offers more width and mass as you read that one from front to rear. So for me, she's going to go ahead and win. I do like this heifer that goes in 2. I just wish there was more of her. She gets just a lot more narrow built for me, and that starts all the way up from point of shoulder to point of shoulder. You read that one, she just gets too narrow, and that translates all the way back. But that one gives you a nice look from the side. She's sound built. She's good in her angles. I do like that about her. Just need more heifer there to go ahead and try to win. When it comes here in 3, a bold, stout one that's good in her hip design. She'd like to just see more center body, depth of flank as we read that one. As that one goes out, I'd like to just see her just more extension and reach out of that shoulder and into that knee. And we round up the class with one that just doesn't balance up. We need to strengthen that one and make that one better down the top side of her skeleton, especially as you read her from hooks to pins to go up any higher in this particular class. Really nice class though, top to bottom. Let's give them a nice hand as they go out of the ring.
Congratulations, Class 10. First place goes to Aubrey Lambert. Second place, Austin Justice. Third place, Layla Ahalt. Fourth place, David Hawkins. Aubrey and Austin were also our champion and reserve intermediate Hereford heifer. Next in the ring, we're going to have Class 13. This is a single entry class, Austin Justice.
A nice single entry here for this young man. I think just a nice female. That one's really big and bold as you read her to the top side of her skeleton. She's smooth built. She transitions really nice from the point of her shoulder to her forerib all the way back to her rear. I like that about her. She's still fresh and good through her front third. I like that as well. If I get picky on her, I'd sure like to just set her down, give her a little bit more cushion as you read her in them rear pasterns, but still a very nice single entry. Let's give him a nice round of applause.
Congratulations, first place in Class 13 goes to Austin Justice. Coming in the ring now, Class 14 March Junior Yearling Heifers, Aubrey Lambert and Maddie Lambert.
well, a nice pair of them here, and just kind of different types and kinds. The young lady that's circling is going to be your class winner. I think just a heifer that gives you just more center body, more angulation as you read her in her lines is considerably better than the heifer that's going to come too. She's a big-footed, big-boned, rugged kind of built one like that one here to win this class. I think pretty handily. I do like the boldness though of the center body of the one that comes in two. You get on top side of that one. That one's really good, and she keeps that fullness and boldness and smoothness about her center body. She does transition into her shoulder nicely. For me though, we need to set that one's neck set a little bit better on her shoulder, set it up higher and truer as you read her out of the top side there. Need to give her a little bit more angulation. I need to give her a little bit more rear third and flank to try to go ahead and win this class. But still two nice females. Let's give them a nice round of applause.
Congratulations, Class 14 March Junior Yearling Heifers. First place goes to Aubrey Lambert, and second place goes to Maddie Lambert. In the ring next, we're going to have Class 15 Junior Yearling Heifers, Austin Justice, Miley Lambert, and Piper Cease.
Well, a really nice trio, really of quality all the way down through. I don't think there's really, for me, any doubt when they walk in and you first get that look, young lady's heifer that's going to win. That one just has the presence, the body, the mass, just everything going for in this particular class. Pretty handily, for me, go ahead and wins this particular class.
think it's a little closer, and there's some give and take between the two. I think the one that's most like the class winner is the one that's going to be in 2. I like her extra extension, elevation. I think she's a little bit taller and better at the top of her shoulder, a little bit better through her neck as well. And Zhao, compared to the heifer that's going to come up 3rd in this particular class, like her levelness or trueness, just not near as much width and expansion as you read out when compared to the class winner. Big, bold, stout back one. I do like that about this class, 3rd in this class. For me, we need to make her a little bit taller shouldered, better chest and better neck to go up any higher for me. But a really nice class. Let's give them a nice round of applause.
Congratulations, Class 15. First place, Piper Cease. Second place, Austin Justice. And 3rd place, Miley Lambert. Now entering the ring will be the selection of our junior champion and reserve junior champion, Hereford Heifer. Our first places coming back in the ring will be Austin Justice, Aubrey Lambert, and Piper Cease. Second places coming back in will be Maddie Lambert and Austin Justice.
A really nice division here in the Hereford show. I think really all 5 of them bring a lot of nice things to the table and have a lot of future and the prospective breeding programs and going to bring different things. I think for me, there's one that's just clear-cut winner, and it's not really that close. I think Eric gets a little bit closer. I think from there's 3 of them. There's a second behind that one, and then there's 2 class winners. I think there's one for me that just offers a little bit more ruggedness of bone and build and look, just a little bit more width and expansion as well. The young lady out of class 3, you're going to be your division champion. We're going to follow up class 2 for reserve. Let's give them a nice round of applause.
Congratulations, your junior champion division winner is Piper Cease, and your reserve junior champion division winner is Aubrey Lambert. Coming in the ring now is Class 19, Early Senior Yearling Heifer, Austin Justice. This is our final Hereford Heifer class of the day. In the ring now is Class 19, our single entry class for early senior yearlings, Austin Justice. He will also be our automatic senior champion heifer. So following this class will be the selection of our champion and reserve champion Hereford female.
Well, a nice way to round up your class in your Hereford show, one that you like for that one's width of mass as you read her up over the top side of her skeleton. Really a big hip and keeps that width all the way back into her tail set. She's good-footed, big bone. Like that female here in this particular class. Really nice job. Let's give them a round of applause.
Entering the ring now will be the selection of our champion and reserve champion Hereford heifer. Our champion divisions in the ring should be Piper Cease with our champion junior heifer, Autumn Stevens with our senior heifer calf champion, Aubrey Lambert with our intermediate champion, Piper Cease with our junior champion, and Austin Justice with our senior champion heifer. Reserve divisions that should be entering the ring: reserve champion junior heifer calf, Hunter Putman; reserve senior heifer calf, Caroline Ahalt; reserve intermediate champion, Austin Justice; Reserve Junior Champion, Aubrey Lambert. If you're following along in the program, in the ring now is the selection of our champion and reserve champion, Hereford Heifer. For those of you that are in the ring and you are in our group of 2 females class that is next, you can just stay in. You don't have to exit the ring.
If you would, sitting around ringside, put your hands together for all the Hereford exhibitors here. Really high quality show all the way through, and even ones that aren't out here. There's a lot of functional, good females that went back to the barn, and I think that's commended for all you young people bringing out a really nice set. And you know, we go down through each divisions, and the calf up front, I think, just has a ton of future. That one's very, very striking from the side. Love that one's shoulder and neck set, and skinniness about her neck as well. Her femininity is very, very good. I can see that one probably having a lot of good days and probably making a lot of backdrops as you read that one. You analyze that one, maybe just like to get a little bit critical. That one in motion just gets maybe just a notch more unstable, and you see her out of her hip and at the ground, but probably the first time to town, getting comfortable, getting everything to know what's going on. That's just kind of how I read that one. Man, I love her color. I love a lot of things about that female. Very, very well in the hunt here in this particular drive. One right behind her, I like the boldness and the stoutness. Maybe just doesn't quite balance up as you read her compared to the either one's off of either end of her, but still in that particular division, like that one's extra punch and shape that she brought to the table. One out of the third division, I like that one. Like we talked, if we could just change that one's angulation from her shoulder to her knee a little bit more, change her right at the bottom of her chest plate as well, I think that one would be probably moving and could be in a higher contention than maybe what I have her right at this particular moment. Because from there back, I really do like that one. That one's big and wide and stout as you read her up over her back and her hip and pin set. She's really big at the ground. She can get out and travel. Just a really nice female. One that comes right behind her, just a big broody type of a female that's big and massive, yet still as massive as that female is. That one can get out and go, and you really got to appreciate that about her. Just that one's width from her shoulder all the way back to her stifle is very, very good. She keeps that good and fullness through her forearm all the way back to her flank. Really another female that is in high in contentions. Round up the division winners with one that was a single entry, but I like that one's width and boldness as you read her through the top side of her skeleton down through the center portion of her rib cage is very, very good. As you read her compared to some of her other females out here, gets a notch plainer, like to change her through her chest for. So I think when it comes down to these five, I think it comes out the calf out of the first division, and then the big heifer out of that last or that fourth division there to be your grand and reserve. I think both offer a lot of good things about them. I think for me though today, young lady with that big heifer is going to be your champion. We're going to follow with that calf for reserve. Let's give them all a nice round of applause.
Congratulations, your grand champion Hereford female and your reserve champion Hereford female goes to Piper Cease. Next class coming in the ring for our Hereford show is group of 2 females. We have 3 entries: Austin Justice, and Aubrey Lambert. Next, we will be starting our Shorthorn show. If we can please have Class 1 Spring Heifer Calves to the ring, as well as Class 10 Early Summer Yearling Heifers, and Class 13 April Junior Yearling Heifers. They're all single entries, so it'll go very quick.
I don't usually talk about pairs, but while we're getting them lined up around here, I think it's a really nice 4 sets of them, really, honestly, as you work all the way down, some really nice females, and most of them were out here on the Grand Drive. I think the pair that wins, obviously, we're looking at a yearling and a calf, but I think 2 of them that just bring a lot of good things, and they still pair up pretty well in their type and kind and build and structure. Really nice pair to go ahead and lead off. I think 2 of them that are just built nice and nice females that are very comparable one another, honestly, in their build and look and design and structure and balance. Ones that maybe just don't have quite as much expansion and width, but I still think a really nice pair there to go with 2. Come up here, another pair that I do like their extra width and power. Maybe just as you analyze them as a pair, you read their front thirds are very different. Those 2. And we round up with 2 and 4th. Still really like them. I think they're very useful and good cattle and have a lot of better days ahead in the pasture. Just don't quite balance up from one another as good as some of the other pairs. But really nice pair class. Really nice Hereford show. Congratulations. Let's give all them kids a nice round of applause.
Congratulations, Class 24, group of 2 females. First, Piper Cease. Second, Austin Justice. Third, Aubrey Lambert. And 4th, Austin Justice. Entering the ring now, we're going to start our Shorthorn show. Class 1, Spring Heifer Calves, Violet Grossnickel. A nice way to start our Shorthorn show, one that is level built, sound structured. She lays into a nice, neat shoulder and neck set. Like that about her as well. Just a nice single entry. Let's give her a round of applause. Congratulations. Congratulations, Class 1, first place, Violet Grossnickel. She is also our Junior Champion Heifer Calf. Next in the ring will be Class 10, another single entry class, Early Summer Yearlings, Michaela Burrier. We only have one more class in our Shorthorn show, so if our first two classes of AOB heifers want to start making their way to ringside. In the ring now is Class 10 Early Summer Yearling Heifers, Michaela Burrier.
Another single entry, nice heifer. Analyze that one down the top side of her skeleton. She's good and level and true. And you read her into her hooks to pins. She's good there as well. She gives you enough muscle shape and boldness of rib cage. You set that one in motion. I'd like to see her get out and reach a little bit further, but still a nice single entry. Let's give her a nice round of applause.
Congratulations, Class 10 winner, Michaela Burrier. She is also our intermediate champion Shorthorn. Entering the ring now is Class 13, April Junior Yearling, Peyton Davis. Following this class will be the selection of our champion and reserve champion Shorthorn heifer.
Well, another single entry and one that definitely could stand some more heat in this class. Just really nice and good looking from the side. She gets out and travels free and easy in her movement. Like that one, shoulder design and how she comes up out of the top side of her shoulder in her neck set. She's really good down her spine. In that one's hip and tail head. Just a really nice female here in this particular class.
Congratulations, first place, Class 13, goes to Peyton Davis. She is also our Junior Champion Division winner. Coming in the ring now, we will have all our division winners back in for the selection of our champion and reserve champion Shorthorn heifer. AOBs, make sure you're making your way to ringside.
Well, it's small but nice Shorthorn show. Just 3 entries. KF out of the first class. Just a nice future ahead of this one. That one's level and nice looking from the side. She's good in her angles and how she gets around the ring. I thought just a nice future in that particular female. Roan went out of Class 2. We liked her stoutness, her boldness to her center body and her hip. I liked her muscle shape. Set that one in motion like we talked. We'd like to just get her and free her and extend her up out of her hip and in her hock. I like to just tone her down as you read her into her front side of her spine when you set that one in motion as well. Came back with the last class winner, one that combined a lot of nice things. Her look, her balance, her boldness. She gives you a good show ring look as well. She's going to be your champion here in this particular drive. We're going to follow up with that class 1 for reserve. Let's give them a nice round of applause.
Congratulations, your grand champion shorthorn female was Peyton Davis. Your reserve grand champion was Violet Grossnickel. Entering the ring now is Class 1 of our AOB show, Spring Heifer Calves, Cooper Beachy and Alyssa Slimmer.
We'll get started in your AOB show, and really a nice way to start. A pair of them that offer a lot of quality and good things about them. I think the Blaze Face female that's going to win, I think just offers more look and uniqueness about her build and her skeleton. That one's really, really good through her center body. I like her angulation as you read her up through her front end, and how her neck comes up out of the top side of her shoulder with more extension. And the heifer that's going to come into, you set them in motion, she really maintains herself and her spine and her look as well. Really nice way to start. Not much take away from really the one that's in 2. I think that one is a really nice female. She's level built, she's good body. Just like to give her just a notch more extension as you read her up through her front end. There's a little bit more bone work as well when you compare her to the one that wins, but still a really nice functional female there to go in second. Let's give them a nice round of applause as they exit the ring.
Congratulations, Class 1, first place, Alyssa Slimmer. Second place, Cooper Beachy. Now entering the ring is Class 2, Junior Heifer Calves, Piper Cease. Following this class, we'll have the selection of our champion Junior Heifer Calf and Reserve Champion Junior Heifer Calf division.
Really nice single entry female that you like. She's really loose built and sound structured. I think really nice to her center body. She's smooth and soft and good looking from the side. Really nice one there. Could stand some more competition. Let's give her a nice round of applause.
Congratulations. First place in Class 2 goes to Piper Cease. We now will have all our heifers from Class 1 and 2 back in the ring for the selection of our first division, Champion Junior and Reserve Champion Junior Heifer Calf.
Well, three really nice ones to get your AOB show started. Probably the deepest calf division we've seen possibly yet. I think just three of them that offer a lot of good things. And there's some give and take in different stages of where they're at. The Blaze heifer that won the first class, you know, when you get her out here, I like the extra width that she possesses. That one's wider at the top of her skeleton. He's right her into her hip and pin set. She's really good through her center body. I like where her chest force sits in her. That one's extremely long and skinny in her neck set as well. You know, just doesn't want to get out here and show and just give herself the look. But it's better to get him out here than the next bigger stage. So I think still a nice, really nice female to win that class. Second one in that class, like we talked, I still like that one. That one's level built, good body. Just gets a little bit plainer, and as you read that one up through her front end, doesn't have the look and the show ring presence of the two on this side. One who won the second class, single entry. We liked her for her looseness of structure, the way she, her angles are all right. You know, one that I like her from the side very well. Get on behind that one. I'd sure maybe like to make that one a notch wider. I'd like to see her just kind of be a little bit more comfortable as you read that one up out of her hip and hind leg. I'd like to, she wants to, for me, maybe just gets just a notch softer in that rear passion already, but that's being hard on a nice one. I think both them females are very good. Use the Blaze face to be your champion. Young lady class 2 for reserve. Let's give them a nice round of applause. Two really high quality ones here in this particular breed.
Congratulations, your champion junior heifer calf division winner is Alyssa Slimmer, and your reserve is Piper Cease. Entering the ring next in our AOB show is class 5 single entry Rhett Axline.
Nice single entry here in this class. White Park female, I think, is feminine, good shoulder, good in her lines. One that they get out and travel pretty free and easy. Really nice single entry for this young person. Let's give them a nice round of applause. Congratulations.
Congratulations, class 9 winner Gage Axline. Next class in the ring is Alyssa Slimmer. Sorry, that was our class 5 winner, Rhett Axline. In the ring now is class 6, Cameron Beachy.
Well, another nice single entry here in your AOBs. One that, like for her smoothness, her muscle shape is really good. Analyze her down her top into her hip is very, very good. One that's got some foot and got some bone work about her. Still lays in a nice smooth shoulder. Set that one in motion. Like to just be a little bit freer and easier as you read her up out of her hip and all the way to the ground. But I still think a nice single entry here for this young lady. Let's give her a nice round of applause.
Congratulations, Class 6 winner is Cameron Beachy. We will now have both those first places back in the ring for the selection of our senior and reserve senior heifer calf champion in our AOB show.
Only two class winners here in this division, but two nice functional type of females. I think for me, there's one that just offers some more power and mass and performance. To be young lady's black blaze face female. She's going to be your division champion. Young man up front of that first class is going to be reserved. Let's give them a nice round of applause.
Congratulations. Your senior heifer calf champion goes to Cameron Beachy, and your reserve goes to Rhett Axline. If you're following along in the program, Class 9 was a scratch, so entering the ring now will be Class 10, our early summer yearling heifers, Alyssa Slimmer.
Well, a nice single entry here to get this next division started. One that gives a nice look from the side. That one's balance is very good from the tip of her nose all the way back to her tailhead. She's sound structure, good built, nice looking. Just a nice combination, kind of a female here in this particular class.
Congratulations, our Class 10 winner was Alyssa Slimmer. She is also our Automatic Intermediate Champion Division winner. Entering the ring next is Class 13, April Junior Yearlings in our AOB show. Michaela Calmer, Alyssa Slimmer, Kaylee Wiles, and Kaylee Wiles. And Cassidy Sill.
Really nice class here in your AOBs. Two really nice ones at the top end, and there's some differences, and I think I just keep coming back to, you set these two in motion, which one do I like, which one keeps her hock right and her passion right and keeps inside of her skeleton. That's going to be the red one. I like this one's look from the side. You get that one propped up as well. Gives you a nice look. I think she's a notch better as you read her into her shoulder. You wrap up the top side of her shoulder and where her neck comes into that. I think is a little bit nicer. I'd like to tuck her back in her chest floor, in her brisket, and kind of make her just a notch more feminine as you read her down low as she comes underneath. But I think from there, though, back, she gives you a good look. She's good to the center portion of her rib. She's good in her flank. And that translates up too, and she's good in her back shape and into her hip and tailhead, and she sits there a lot better too than the one that's going to come in second. I like the broodiness and maturity of the one that does come in two. That one's really good and full as you read her through under lower 1/3 of her cage and her skeleton. I like that about that female. She's big and bold there, and I appreciate that. She's big-footed, she's big bone. From there, I guess I'd change her as I read her into her shoulder and where her neck sets into her shoulder as well. I'd like to change her right there. And as well as when you come back from hooks to pins and how her tailhead kind of lays into her, wants to just sit up a little bit higher and all the way down into her spine there as well. Wants to stay a little bit higher. I think for me, when you get that one in motion, I'd sure like to see her just stay a notch more inside of her skeleton. I'd like to just make her just a notch more angularity as you read her into her rear hock as well. But still, that's a really nice one there to go to in this particular class. One that kind of come three is just a notch more terminal, I guess for me. We need to soften this one up, give this one a notch more belly and lower third to try to go ahead and get around the two that are in front of her. But when we compare her to the ones that are right below her, she's better shouldered, she's better back, she's better just balanced overall from front to rear compared to the ones that come right behind her. The Baldy that comes next, one that offers tons of shape and stoutness about her. I do like that. She's a notch bolder and deeper as you read her through her center body compared to the one that's right in front of her. You set that one in motion. For me, that one wants to just drop off either end, doesn't want to collect herself. I'd sure like to make her just a notch more feminine, and as well as when she drops off both ends, she just gets more restricted in that movement as well. Round up the class with one that's long-bodied and got some muscle shape and denseness of muscle. I like that. Just needs to be softer, more feminine as we read that one from front to rear to go up any higher in this particular class. If you want to put your hands together, really nice class top to bottom there.
Congratulations, Class 13, April Junior Yearling. First place, Alyssa Slimmer. Second place, Cassidy Still. Third place, Kaylee Wiles. Fourth place, Kaylee Wiles. And fifth place, Michaela Colmer. Entering the ring next, we're going to have Class 14, March Junior Yearling Heifers. Cora Koblenz, Violet Grossnickel, Avery Harbaugh, and Maddie Peterson.
really nice class and some big time differences, but I think the heifer that go ahead and win, I think does so pretty easily in this particular drive. I think just one that's a lot more athletic. She's fresh, she's feminine, she's good built, she's got plenty of the center body for this particular drive as well. Doesn't want to quite just get out and show and give you that look. But for me, though, you set that one in motion. That one keeps her spine, keeps her body, keeps her look. Tailhead sets right. Just pretty easy class winner. The Blaze heifer that comes two, I think if this one would just move better off them rear two, I think would maybe push that one just a little bit harder than she does. One that gives you a nice look from the side. That one propped up. That one's good. Her underline's good. Her muscle shape's good. We just need to set that one better out of her hock and then down into her pasture to go up any higher in this particular class. But a nice female there. The Charolais Pyrenean female that's going to come here in three. Just need more heifer. This one needs to balance up and be a little bit level as we read her up out of her hip. We need a little bit more center body and flank as well to go up any higher in this particular class, but still a nice female in her own right. We round up the one. For me, just gets a little bit too round off either end comparative to some of the others. We just need to give her a little bit more look and balance from the side as well to go up any higher in this particular class. But still, really nice class of 4 females. Congratulations.
Congratulations on Class 14. First place was Cora Koblenz. Second place, Maddie Peterson. Third place, Avery Harbaugh. And fourth place, Violet Grossnickel. In the ring now is Class 15, our junior yearling heifers, Chloe Koblenz and Kinley Keeney. Quality heifers, but very different in their types and kinds, and I think both are very useful in where they're going to probably go and what they're going to do. I think just the bigger, stouter, bigger bodied one I'm going to go ahead and lead off with. I think just love that one center body, her mass. You get up on top of that one gives you just a notch more width and of hip and pin set. I do like the front end design of that one that comes in two. That one is very, very good shouldered. She's skinny necked and she's tall and long necked. I do like that. She just gets a notch drier ribbed and flanked when you compare to the one that wins, but I still think a nice one. She wants to just taper up as you read her under her pin set. Doesn't want to quite handle her rear hock quite as nicely as the class winner as well, but still two really good functional females. Congratulations, Class 15 junior yearling heifers. First place goes to Kinley Keeney, and second place, Chloe Koblenz. Entering the ring now, we will have our first and seconds back in. for the selection of our junior champion and reserve junior champion division. From Class 13, Alyssa Slimmer, Class 14, Cora Koblenz, and Class 15, Kinley Keeney. Second place is entering the ring from Class 13 was Cassidy Sill, Class 14, Maddie Peterson, and Class 15, Chloe Koblenz. Following this division, we will have the selection of our champion and reserve champion AOB heifer.
Well, really nice quality division all the way down through. There's some really nice heifers out here in class winners and seconds that you should be really proud and what you brought to the fair. I think started with that first class. I thought that was two pairs. Those two heifers just kind of excelled in that particular class. I think you know, it was some close here and there. I think when they come back out, I mean, more confident in what I did, and I like that one's red. This red heifer, her just her true structure and her balance, and look from the side. She gives you a nice presence about her. I like that one for her smoothness as well. The center body's really good. You know, she could be just a notch bigger footed, bigger bone, kind of just totally balance her up with her mass that she has from there up, but I still think a really nice one there in that class. One that comes out of class 2, I think just man, gives you an awesome look. That one from her nose all the way back through is feminine, good looking. I guess the only really question I have about that one is there enough heifer there? But other than that, I think that one is very nice and good looking and well balanced and sound built. The one that comes out of class 3, I think just overpowered them with just her mass, her body, just her overall width that she possesses. I didn't really pick on her a whole lot in class, but I think you get her back out here. A few things I'd like to just clean her up and make her better through her chest and her brisket. She wants to, in motion, wants to get a little bit lower at her shoulder and get a little bit easier in her back. But I still think, you know, like I said, we got to sort them. I got to pick ones I like, so I got to get nitpicky a little bit here and there. But man, I love that one's center body and her overall mass and build. I love that a lot about her. I think for me, it comes down to 2 of them. I think there's little differences in which way I want to go. I think there's one that just for me maybe just balances just a notch better and gives you just a really nice look. Anyway, class 2 is going to be your division champion. We'll follow up with the red one for reserve. Let's give them a nice round of applause.
Congratulations. Your junior champion division in the AOB show goes to Cora Koblenz, and your reserve, Alyssa Slimmer. Entering the ring now will be the selection of our champion and reserve champion AOB heifer. From our champion junior heifer calf division, Alyssa Slimmer. Senior heifer calf champion, Cameron Beachy. Intermediate champion, Alyssa Slimmer. Junior champion, Cora Koblenz. And our reserve champion junior heifer calf, Piper Cease. Reserve senior heifer calf, Rhett Axline. And reserve junior champion heifer, Alyssa Slimmer.
I need to see my great-granddaughter.
Four really nice AOBs out here in this particular drive. I think there's lots of quality all the way through in a lot of those classes and divisions, and it started right from the first class and division. Those two out of the first division I like. I think they have a ton of future. The Blaze Face one, like we said, just got a notch more width to her. She's really good through her center body. I like her through her chest and how she carries that all the way down through. She's still sound and good build. The one that went reserve in that division, I think, has a ton of future. She was really well presented and good looking. Just maybe not quite as much heifer there in that particular compared to the one that wins, but I think still a really high quality one there. We came in the next division and another Blaze one that was stout and bold and like that about her. Just maybe not quite the look and the show ring presence as we see maybe on some on either end of her, but I still think a nice female. I'd like to just see that one get out and kind of go. We came back here in Division 3 and one that I thought I think it was a single entry or single class that offers a lot of good things about that one. That one's smooth, good built, good good looking, can get out and travel and be very free and easy. I think she's fresh, and I think better days are ahead. And sometimes when you get into these yearling females, you gotta kind of stage them out. And I think both these out of this last divisions, I think have a lot more gas in them that can go and be super competitive no matter how far you want to go through the fall and winter. Like that one there in that particular drive. The one I can't lie, last division was definitely a good division all the way through. Had the most heifers, and I thought had lots of nice good females all the way through. The one that wins, just a really nice look. You set that one in motion, you like her. Like we talked, I think if you can look at that one and you're okay, and she has enough to her, you can use her. If you don't, I think you could probably maybe swap that pair if you will. I just like this one's look. I think she's better at the top of her shoulder. I think her angle to a point of her shoulder and down. I think her look and her balance, and that's kind of where she went ahead and won that division. Gives a really nice striking look. Like I said, I don't know if she has quite enough to her, but I think for me in that particular division, she did. Another part, I maybe just nitpick on her, maybe just drop her in her flank ever so slightly, just give her a notch more width from hock to hock as well. But still a really good division all the way down through. I think it's really, really close. I think for me, it comes to the last two divisions are going to be where we're going to go to today. I think one that for me just balances a little bit more, has just a notch more muscle and look. It's going to be the one out of division 3 here. It's going to be your champion. 4 is going to be reserved. Let's give them a nice, really big round of applause. Great division.
Congratulations, your grand champion AOB female went to Alyssa Slimmer, and your reserve champion went to Chloe Coblin. Coming in the ring now will be Class 1 of our commercial heifers. Spring heifer calf, Aubrey Missinger. we had 3 single entry classes in the crossbred show, we've brought all 3 of them in together. Our spring heifer calf, Aubrey Missinger, our April junior yearling, Knox Axline, and our early senior yearling, Sophia Ruby. So we will choose our champion and reserve champion commercial heifer out of this class. Following this will be our bred and owned heifer show. If all our bred and owned heifers could make it to the makeup area. Following the selection of our bred and owned heifer, we will have the selection of our supreme champion heifer for the day.
We have 3 class winners out here. We're going to pick a champion reserve commercial. We'll just kind of go down through each of them. And the lady with the calf up front, I think just a nice built one that has some muscle, has some stoutness. She's still good structured. She gives you a nice look from the side, and you still get up on top of that female up over the top side of her skeleton. She's good there as well. Nice single entry there. Young man out of the middle class here, one that's got a little more growth to her, and I appreciate that. She's got some muscle and some width. I like that about her. I like to maybe just change her and make her just a notch better where she comes out of her shoulder. I like to clean her up in her brisket and her chest plate a little bit, but I still think a female that offers some width and mass. I like that about her. Black and white when it comes here in the 3rd class, one that gives you a nice look. She's good in her skeletal build. Just need more heifer. This one just needs some more groceries and more time on feed. I think as this one progresses and gets more cover and more on her, I think that one will just get better and better with time. I think it gets pretty easy for a champion. It gets a little bit closer. The young lady up out of the 1st class is going to be your champion commercial. I think it gets a little bit closer between the 2nd class and the 3rd class. I think for me, the one that just gives more today and more width and power, young man out of class 2, he's going to be your reserve champion. Let's give them a nice big round of applause. Congratulations to them.
Congratulations to all our 1st place winners in our commercial heifer show. Class 1 was Aubrey Missinger, Class 13 winner Knox Axline, and Class 19 winner Sophia Ruby. Your grand champion commercial female went to Aubrey Messinger, and your reserve champion commercial female went to Knox Axline. Entering the ring now, we're going to have our bred and owned heifer show. We have split this class into 2 since it's so large. So entering the ring first, we will have Caroline Ahalt, Gage Axline, Knox Axline, Rhett Axline, Cameron Beachy, Michaela Comer, Peyton Davis, Hayden Hahn, and Parker Hahn. If you're following along in your program, there was a lot of scratches in this class. So in the ring now, we have Caroline Ahalt. Gage Axline was a scratch. Knox Axline is in the ring. Rhett Axline, Cameron Beachy, Michaela Comer, and Peyton Davis. In our next class of Bredenones, we'll have Hayden Hahn, Parker Hahn, Avery Harbaugh was a scratch, Austin Justice, Jordan Oler, Madison Oler, Piper Cease was a scratch, Alyssa Slimmer, and an add-on, Violet Grossnickel.
Well, we start off our Brednone classes, and always an honor and a privilege to sort through them. And I think for these young people to bring out their Brednones and to bring this good a quality of cattle, it shows a lot. And it doesn't matter, I'll talk a little bit more about it, but it doesn't matter where you're at in your stage, as long as you keep progressing and getting better. And it doesn't happen overnight. It takes a lot of years and a lot of time and effort to get there. No matter if you're just starting or you've had them for 20 years, you're always trying to keep getting better and moving forward. With that being said, I think the Shorehorn heifer that wins this particular class does so pretty handily. Really nice female. She's smooth, good built. She's good in her lines, and she's sound built. Really like that one to win this class. Really nice heifer here in this particular Brednone class. Young lady's Blaze Face comes next. I think she might have been a division winner there in the last show, and I think one that the more she gets out here, and comes to town and goes to shows and gets more comfortable in the ring, the more she's going to look nicer. We just need to soften her up just a little bit more to try to get around the class winner. I like her levelness, her boldness of muscle, and her smoothness as well. One that comes here next, White Park Pier female, just her soundness of structure. Her angles are appropriate to her front end, and I like to just tone her down her tailhead just a little bit, just give her a shot more heifer, but I still like that one. Black heifer that comes next is bold and stout, just gets a little bit plainer and more conventional as you read that one up through her front third. Round up the class with a Blue Roan one, just like to make that one more feminine as we read her through her front third, give her a shot more lower belly and flank shape to go up any higher, but still really good class. Let's give all them kids a really big round of applause. Nice job.
We're now going to have the second half of our Brednone heifers in the ring. Hayden Hahn, Parker Hahn, Austin Justice, Alyssa Slimmer with 2 entries, and Violet Grossnickel.
Tell you what, you get all these things lined up, and most fairs that could be a supreme lineup pretty easily, and with all the different breeds that were represented out there. So all the way down through, it's a very, very good class. Young man with the Angus heifer won that particular show. I think that's a nice female. She's big, bold, smooth. I'd like to clean her up right at her chest floor a little bit, but I think that one still gets out and goes, gives you a nice look, a good balanced look as well from the side. The Blaze heifer that comes to this KF, I think, has just a ton of future. The better days are we're way ahead of this one, and this one still looks really nice here today. Just needs more time. I think that one's a nice second place sitting there for me. Red heifer that comes next, we talked about her too. Like that one, her look and her balance from the side and her motion when you set that one out on the move is really nice there in third. Angus heifer that comes fourth, like her stoutness, her boldness, like to just kind of freshen her up and make her more notch more feminine as you read her up through her front third to try to get up any higher for me in this particular class. But I like her stoutness, her extra foot size and bone work. Really like that about her. Hereford heifer that comes next, another one we liked as well. I think she did fairly well in her class and in the Hereford show. Like her look, her balance, her design. I like to just change her up through her chest floor a little bit. Just give her maybe just a notch more width and actual muscle as we read that one. But I still think that's a really good practical type of a female there for that young man. Round up with the Shorthorn heifer. I think it was reserved Shorthorn. Young lady does a nice job. A lot of good future ahead of that one. It's a tough class all the way down through. All these kids are doing a great job with these bred knowns. Let's give them a nice big round of applause.
We will now have back in the ring our bred known heifers, Cameron Beachy, Peyton Davis, Parker Hahn, and Alyssa Slimmer for the selection of our champion and reserve champion bred known heifer. All champion breeds, please be in the makeup area. We will have the selection of our supreme champion heifer following this.
Well, if we could, let's give these kids a really big round of applause. Not just the four, but all the bred known exhibitors deserve a really big round of applause, because it takes a lot of time and effort and work to get these cattle to where they need to go and be in the show ring, and it takes years of breeding, and there's lots of adults that have done it their whole life and haven't brought the quality that these kids are showing right here in this particular ring. And we got a couple of breed champions and some ones that were really, really close in their respective breeds as well. But I think it's just great to have such a strong quality bred known show here at your fair. I think it's close. I think for me, there's one that probably just a notch bolder, and then maybe just a notch fuller and better from shoulder all the way back to forerib to center body and back to hip. But then I think for me, it gets a little bit closer for reserve and which way to go and kind of where I think they're at in stage and where I think maybe they can progress or where they're at today. But ultimately, I got to look at them right here today and where I think more than what I think maybe what they're going to be later on. I think this Angus heifer right here out of Class 2, she's going to be your champion. Let's give him a nice big round of applause. I think it's a lot closer between the Shorthorn and the AOB. I think both of them are very good. I think there's little differences here and there. I think for me, we're going to go ahead and use that Shorthorn for reserve. Let's give her a nice big round of applause.
Congratulations, your champion bred known heifer goes to Parker Hahn. Your reserve champion goes to Peyton Davis. We will now have the selection of our Supreme Champion female in our beef show. Entering the ring now will be our selection of our Supreme Champion female. Our Angus is exhibited by Parker Hahn. Our Hereford is exhibited by Piper Cease. Our Shorthorn is exhibited by Peyton Davis. Our AOB heifer is exhibited by Alyssa Slimmer. And our crossbred heifer is exhibited by Aubrey Messinger. We would like to again recognize our judge for today, Mr. Kyle Fleener. He lives in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania with his wife Jen and their son Hudson. They own and operate Fleener Club Lambs, raising Hampshire, South Downs, and Club Lambs. He is also the farm manager at B&K Cattle Company in Dillsburg, Pennsylvania, and is a sales rep for Willoughby Livestock Sales. If we could please give him a round of applause for coming today and sorting through our breeding stock.
Well, I appreciate the opportunity to come down here and sort through these young people and cattle. It's been quite a fun afternoon. I'm not very far up the road, so it was a short drive, but I knew the quality would be good, and it exceeded expectations. You can go to a lot of different shows, no matter the level, and some of these heifers probably would still make the grand drives, and that says a lot about your youth and the breeders in this county and what they're assembling and what they're doing. Makes me as a judge, makes it enjoyable to come and then look at so many good breeding heifers, and agree, disagree, that's fine. But more importantly, we're raising really good youth in this great program, and it is all about the kids, and that's what's going to continue to make the next generations better and be progressive and be always forward thinking and making the good kids and the good cattle follow the good kids, and just a great show, I think, all the way down through. I'm not going to talk about each one of them. I think all 5 of these in their breeds, I'm sure, have won or came close to winning or won divisions or classes at a regional or even a major, so they're accepting to be out here, and so it's going to make one person happy and 4 others upset, but I think the quality is very good, no matter if you win the Supreme Banner or not. Just be really happy with what you've assembled and what you brought to the fair and what you're showing. Believe me, nobody wants to lose their closest fair to their house. They get the bragging rights for the year at their local event. But I think just a great show. It's been very smooth. I'd like to everybody around ringside, give everybody that puts this show on a big round of applause. It's been nothing but a great event. They've come through the ring. Everything's been smooth and easy, and they give out good awards. It takes a lot of time and effort to put on these shows, and commend everybody who has a hand, a big or small part in it, in putting these events together. I won't talk much more about it. We'll go out and pick a Supreme Drive, but if you would, put your hands together for all the kids in the ring, not in the ring, on a very, very good show.
Congratulations, your Supreme Champion female goes to our Hereford heifer, exhibited by Piper Cease. Anyone who would like their picture taken at the backdrop, we will be doing those now. So any of your breed and reserve breed champion winners, Supreme heifer, we're going to go ahead and get all those done.
You got a fire drill?